Oh, good day. Well, it's been a couple days since I've done any videoing, and we've had a good run here with soybeans. We got Drummonds out. They're doing a little bit of stuff on our combine. Arch has been having some codes coming up as he's been driving, and it's been kind of a pain in the butt. So they figured that out. I think we figured that out. We're hoping, and it wasn't stopping anything. It was just alarms are coming up on the screen. So this is our last quarter of soybeans in heavy ground, and we got 240 acres left in lightland. And hopefully we can have a good run today. They're calling for inch to inch and a half of rain starting Saturday, but who knows, it could start tomorrow. So our goal is to get this field done. We'd love to get all the beans done, but once we're off the heavy land, then well, the light land just combined. It doesn't take long for us to be able to go in the light land. So anyway, I'm trucking. My foot is doing great. It's still broken, obviously, and it's been just over 3 weeks. Well, 3 weeks ago yesterday is when it happened, and we're hoping that it keeps healing the way it is, because it's about I don't even know what percentage. It's feeling good. It's definitely sore, but it is getting a lot better. So yeah, see if we can have a good run today. It's beautiful. Maybe I can get the drone up and do some videos. Cab for another day, and today is plot day, and Jordan, I'm expecting Jordan, or I'm saying Jordan, it should be one of the guys from, or folks from Tone Ag are going to be here shortly. I just figured I would quickly open things up, that way we've got everything ready, so that when they're here we just make our 8 passes and we're good to go. So yeah, see how this plot goes. Kind of always excited with this one. I'm got mixed emotions about this one. I'd love for my 30-inch rows to be equivalent to the 15s, because then I don't have to buy a planter. On the flip side, if I can better my yields, then I guess it's not the worst thing in the world to... Sorry, I'm just trying to get my AB line lined up here. Line lined up. I also love to learn, and if we can make more money by learning, great. But gotta figure that all out here first. So we will make our cutout here, and then I've got Drummonds out here checking Arch's combine out. We've had a couple of little electronic issues with that one, and hopefully we can get that figured out shortly here. But soybean harvest is coming to an end. We are coming to the end. We got 400 acres left, so we're 2/3 of the way through, and probably won't finish today, but if the weather holds up, hopefully tomorrow. So that is where we're at, and hopefully all goes well.
These are our emergency bins. They're a whole whackload of small bins, and we're having to use them all. Great problem. Crops have been phenomenal this year. We've well above average on everything, and we didn't sell enough. So these are our bins that we use. We're running short of bin storage, and well, they're just about full. So after these ones, I got 2 bins on the other side. They're 4,000 bushel bins, and that should do the rest of that field. Then we got 240 acres left, and we got neighbors' bins that we're going to start using. We got our big bin at my place. It's a 40,000 bushel bin. That one we're trying to save for corn. And well, it still has corn in it from last year, so yeah, good problems. We just gotta get moving some grain to make some room, so yeah.
Okay, so we have been, as you can see, these are not your typical 30-inch rows. Those are 15s. We have been, had Jordan in the cab here with me for the last hour and a bit, and we've been busy doing some plots. We are on the last, we got one more pass hit, right, Jordan?
Yeah.
So we got one more pass, and that's going to be the 30-inch rows, and then we're going to see from there. So you've been doing lots of these 30-inch, 15s. Now this is what, 3rd year or 4th year of that already?
This might even be the 5th year.
5th year?
Yeah.
Okay.
It starts just like any protocol. There's 1 or 2 farmers that start to ask questions that we can hopefully make a protocol for and answer in an on-farm environment like this. It's been the most successful in terms of response for a soybean trial. So narrow row spacing has been the winner, you know, more times than wide row spacings. Not every year in every situation. I mean, that's just farming. But so far this year, we are seeing a benefit for narrow spacing as well. We were 3.5 bushels yesterday, bushel and a half last week in our first site, and then this will be our last one here to test. So.
Okay, that's cool. So have you got any new ones that you're trying this year, like that, whatever, some new trials at all, like whatever, and explain.
Yeah, in the...
Oops, sorry.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, how about you grab this?
I can grab it, sure. In the pulse and soybean front, we actually had quite a few different protocols this year that we're trying for the first time. Boron has been one that we kind of noticed a few farmers down in the Brokery area that really seem to be getting a positive bushel increase there in their corn and soybeans by adding some Solubor with their herbicide. So we replicated that. We have 8 sites this year. Another one this year was planting speed. So you know, most farmers in Manitoba that go, you know, let's say between 5 and 6.5 miles per hour, I would say is pretty standard. We actually got them to push to 9 miles an hour, and we, preliminary results show that there's been no penalty on every site except one. So we still have a little bit of data to process there, but we are seeing that 7 miles an hour plus doesn't seem to be having any negative impact on soybean plant populations and of course yield. So
that is cool. So when you're doing these trials, are you doing, like, for how many years, I guess, do you do things before you kind of take it as gold, or like with the speed ones now that you're talking.
Yeah.
Are you going to run more tests like that again next year, do you suspect? Or what are you thinking that way?
Yeah, it'll be like most good protocols. We like to replicate at least 3 years before we make any big conclusions. So of course, it'll be up to the pulse and soybean growers to determine if we want to run these again next year. I'm thinking we will, just because even if we see nothing, that means we see something at all our sites, right? So that shows that any speed can be profitable. But at the end of the day, going a bit quicker, you getting those seeds in the ground earlier in the year, before a big rain event especially, can add up. So
Perfect. That's cool. And we have unloaded for the second last time. Just get the... Dylan's taking off on us. We're going to get the numbers here from him. You want to give us the numbers there, Dylan?
8100.
Okay, so that again, we have been over 8,000 on every one of the 15-inch, correct? And I think we have not hit 8,000 pounds with any of the 30-inch ones yet.
that is correct.
So we are on the last 30-inch row spacing right now, which I've got to wiggle myself over here apparently.
We're getting there. These guys, Arch and Daryl, are down to a little bit here. I'm gonna guess about an hour left ish. I'm gonna be full right here, and this will be the last load to go to our emergency yard. Now after that we got to go to our neighbors' yards. And this is our furthest field from home. So me and Peter are, we've been struggling to keep up. it's busy, and that's a good thing.
I'm assuming even if Arch's GPS is down, that shouldn't be an issue for him to keep going. We'll just keep you two separate, right?
It's we're going good, and having some issues with Arch's more electronic stuff, so I'm gonna probably switch him combines here shortly. But we are into the next field. The field number 1 is complete. We are now to field number 3, and we'll see how that goes. So we are into land. This is totally different dirt. Now we're into the sandier soil. This field was in corn last year, and as we get going, you'll probably see it, that there's corn stubble in here still. But yeah, just different kind of dirt, and we are down to just beans on sand at this point. So it will be very interesting to see how this stuff yields, because sand is very different than clay. Yeah, it'll just be interesting. These look very, very good, but we'll take a bit of time to figure it out and see how they actually do. Okay, so I've been driving Arch's combine here now for a better part of 2 hours, or hour and a half, let's say, anyway. Don't know what the deal was with the combine, but what I did was just did a battery disconnect, waited 5 minutes, started it up, and it all was working well. So not sure what the heck. Kind of like rebooting your cell phone, I guess, except this is a really big cell phone. Anyway, we're going good. I'm not sure how long we're going to go tonight. We got grand total of, well, we had 240 acres left when we started this field, and by now I'm going to say we've probably got at least 60 acres done. Yeah, we'll be all of 60 acres done. So we're walking right along, and I think our goal was to get to at least the 80 acre mark, but we'll see if we can get maybe even beyond that. So because that should, in theory, make for an easy day tomorrow, but time will tell. So don't want to jinx anything, because breakdowns happen, and whatever, but we are going, and things are moving along pretty good here. That I am noticing about this field is these are really, really tall beans. This is by far, you can see side profile. Yeah, you're not going to see much from here. These beans are waist high. These are our tallest beans that we have been in. These are the same variety that has been our, let's say, our best yielder so far. And yet on this particular field, I think we won't know until we're done tomorrow, but I'm quite convinced that this is going to be our weakest field yet, which is weird. So did we just get a little less rain towards the end when everything was filling out? That I don't know, but again, this is where, like stated earlier, height of plant does not necessarily equal more/less bushels. It's how the pods fill out, and that kind of thing. So anyway, we are not done the field, so I might be very wrong, and in the end it might be just there with everything else. But all year I've been really excited about this field, and so far I'm kind of underwhelmed. But it's still a good field. But it's yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna keep concentrating on what I'm doing so I don't break anything else. Because there's still lots going on, and now the temperature, or the not temperature, the light is not as good. So anyway, we're gonna keep going. See how much longer or how much more we can get done.
Well, you can't see a whole lot, but we got a little bit of rain came through, and there's tons of lightning out there. There has been. Now that I have the camera on, it'll have stopped. I should have done that half hour ago. Anyway, we got about 90 to 100 acres done here, and that's a wrap. We're down to 100. Well, you can see about 140 acres left of soybeans, and we're done. Soybeans. So close. We'll see what tonight, whether it's going to rain or whether we're going to get tomorrow to finish. But they're calling for inch to inch and a half of rain on Saturday. Today's Thursday, so it'd be really nice if we got tomorrow to finish, and we can start getting stuff ready for corn. But it was a great day. It's been an awesome week. We pounded off over 1,000 acres in 4 days, and the lights are off. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for taking the time to watch. Have yourself a good one.